Dear Bill, Bill, I met you after a show in Pittsburgh. The black guy with the hot Latina, and we laughed about my shoes matching my outfit. Welp, my beautiful girlfriend for the past 3 years has a little bit of insecurity issues. A lot of those absolutely gorgeous women do. And you know why it is? It's because their level, without even reading this shit, the reason why I think a lot of them are fucking insecure is because they're beautiful. And that goes away after a while. So the clock is just fucking ticking. You know, if you were just some regular douchebag like me, there's no pressure going back to your fucking high school reunion. I mean, the expectations are so fucking low. You know, it's easy to surpass them. Like, oh, geez, he didn't get fat. This guy's awesome. But if you're a fucking hot chick, it can only go downhill. And I also think that they have the same insecurity a rich guy has, where a rich guy's like, this woman's just with me because of my money, not because of who I am. I think that they have the insecurity that this person's just with me because of my ass and titties. Hi. All right. For some odd reason, she feels the need for me to prove to her that I love her whenever we're in a public setting. So recently, during some Christmas shopping, she got upset that I wouldn't hold her hand as we walked through the mall. She proceeded to catch one of her spicy Latin attitudes with me. See, now, if you were white and you said that on TV, you would have to apologize for 9 weeks when you would lose your job. Why does it have to be spicy? Are you saying that Latino people are like their peppers? All right, I'm going to stop commenting and just plow through this. Okay, so I handle the situation like a G, parentheses, gentleman, and completely ignored her ass until we got into the car, and I finally had enough of her telling me how I don't love her and how she wants me to love her. Oh, I don't love her, how she wants me to love her, and how unaffectionate of a man I am. And you know what, dude? That right there is probably how you got this hot girl, because you weren't the first guy sitting there with your tongue hanging out of your mouth. You acted like you didn't even give a fuck, which fed into her insecurity of like, oh, my God, is the expiration date hit? Am I not hot anymore? Look at me commenting again. All right, I swear these bitches are so unappreciative. This is funny you call them bitches. Why can't these bitches understand how much I appreciate their ass? Every weekend, Bill, we do something. Dinner, movies, plays, etc. But because she has a vag, she has to find something to complain about. I think it's because women have this trait where they feel a strong need to be miserable. No, dude, you know what's going on is you're spoiling her. You're taking her to dinner, movies, plays every fucking weekend. Now she's come to expect it. You know what I mean? It's just become part of a routine. It's not special anymore. So now you have to do something extra special because special isn't special. You know? That's what you know what? Oh, gee, I'm going to have to whisper this shit. We were up in San Francisco, right? I lit up my credit cards this Christmas, all right? My girl had a great fucking Christmas, all right? It's 3 days later. We're up in fucking San Francisco. She wants to go shopping. I'm like, for what? You didn't get enough, you know? So she knows I'm right. So what does she do? She tells me she wants a goddamn candle. Okay? Because it's not expensive, but she'll still feel like she got something. Because I don't know what it is. They always got to get stuff. There's always got to be some sort of a goodie bag. And you know what? I wouldn't get it for her. I wouldn't get it for her. I go, you're done. No, I'm not. It's over. My credit cards are still glowing. I'm not getting you shit. And, you know, she's cool as hell, so she just kept laughing because I was being unbelievably rude and I was being really loud. I was just joking around. And but still, that's the thing. And I just kept saying, I spoil you. I'm you know, we're shutting it down for a while. You're not getting anything until Valentine's Day. You know, you want something now? I'll get you a little bag of Fritos. What do you think about that? Maybe something to wash it down with. And then what they do is they immediately get mad, and then all you do is you don't take the bait. They want you to get mad so then they can turn it into a fight about something else because they know you're fucking right. All right? So let her be mad. All you got to do, you just got to stay fucking calm. Well, let's see what this guy does. So anyways, he goes, so we are driving along the highway, leaving the mall, and she's still bitching. And finally I tell her, you know what? If you don't like the way I express my love for you, then step off. Got to read that quote like a black man. I can't. I'm not even going to try to. So immediately, I actually read that. I read that like a douchey East Coast white guy. Then fucking step off. How did you? If you don't like that motherfucker, then step off, bitch. How was that? Was that good? I know it wasn't. Well, then don't ask me to do it. All right, plowing ahead. You know what? I might have like a fucking substitute black guy for when black guys write some shit in here so you guys can read it the way you're supposed to say it. Other than that, you're getting fucking a cracker-ass read and you're going to have to live with it. All right, so immediately after that, after I said that, this bitch starts throwing these accurate and quick-ass Pacquiao combos. She's punching you. Mind you, I'm doing 65 miles per hour down the highway, trying not to hit the guardrail, while at the same time getting this crazy bitch off me. Luckily, I didn't crash my year-old Mercedes. This guy's hilarious. Come on, dude. Do you love this girl or is she just another accessory? My year-old Mercedes with the Corinthian leather. I get pulled over, or God forbid, seriously injure us. I mushed the hell out of her and held her face against the passenger window. Totally acceptable. The mush is the gentleman move. You can't punch her. You just hold her head up against the glass, you know, so the people on the other side get to see what her face looks in a funhouse mirror. In order to decrease her reach while steering the car on the highway and absorbing her manly combos. Got to give it to her. The bitch had a mean right. So if you can picture me driving, I can totally picture this, dude. I've lived this. So you can picture me driving down the highway in a bright red Mercedes. Okay, I didn't ever had a Mercedes. It was more in a 83 Ford Ranger with black vinyl seats. Swerving like some drunk, in and out of lanes, steering with one hand, and stiff-arming the shit out of my girl as if I'm posing for the Heisman Trophy. After she stopped beating my face in, she had the nerve to say, I hit her, and hurt her worse by pressing her face against the glass. Are you fucking kidding me? This bitch almost took both of our lives. Long story short, as soon as I was able to come to a safe and complete stop, I kicked the bitch out and haven't heard from her since. This was 3 weeks ago, and it's all for the best. That type of girl can never be satisfied, which is something I've learned the hard way over the past 3 years. But this was the straw that did it. So my question for you is, was I wrong in this situation, and do I owe her an apology? No and no. All right? All you can do is break down your game plan. All right? This is where you fucked up. You took the bait. All right? She kept bitching and bitching and bitching and bitching, trying to make you mad. She got you to do exactly what she wanted you to do. So that gave her an excuse to do what she wanted to do, which was fucking flip out and yell. All right? That's what they do. When they know they don't have a fucking leg to stand on and they know they're wrong, what they then try to do, you know, not all of them and not in every situation, but when they're not going to be an adult and just say, you know what, you're right, I'm being fucking crazy right now, I apologize. Okay? When they're not going to take that adult route, what they then do is they just push your buttons and they just try to make you mad and they just keep pushing you and pushing it and pushing it and pushing it until you then flip out and say something fucking crazy like, well, if you don't like it, then why don't you get the fuck out? And then they flip out. All right? So what you got to do is in the future is you just don't take the bait. You got to recognize, you know, they're doing the fucking Dennis Rodman thing to you. They're baiting you into a penalty. That's all they're doing, okay? And the ref always sees the retaliation. That's basically, it's the same fucking thing. So in the future, just don't get mad. It will drive them up the fucking wall, and you won't believe the amount of arguments you're going to start winning. Because in their effort to piss you off, they're going to cross like 10 other lines, all right? Now, when they cross 10 other lines, if you take the bait and then go even further down the road, that's all that's remembered in the end. as you then try and piece together who said what when. But if they cross 10 lines and you don't take the bait, they are 10 lines beyond where the fuck they should be, and you got them dead to rights. And you just have to maintain your fucking cool. Now, getting back to this other shit is you do not owe her a fucking apology. All right? It's absolutely fucking ridiculous. It's absolutely childish, and you can't, as an adult, expect somebody to not hit you if you're hitting them. All right? She's basically asking you to extend a common human-to-human courtesy that she's not extending to you. So she can go fuck herself. You definitely, I don't know if you made the right move. Now, I don't know if you walk around calling her a bitch and that type of thing. This is you just trying to be a tough guy. Going, then this bitch said this, and this bitch said that. That's another thing. Don't go around calling them bitches, because that just kills your argument. Don't ever call them bad names, all right? Just hold your ground. Don't lose your fucking cool, and let them go through their whole little fucking histrionics trying to get you to take the fucking bait, all right? And as long as in the relationship you admit when you're wrong and you sincerely apologize, they don't have a fucking leg to stand on when you're right. And you're going to start winning arguments, and you're going to be happier. There you go. All right? And other than that, I don't know. Stop dating psychos. Bill, wife left. Bill, so I got a text from my wife a couple weeks ago saying she had taken our dog and her things, left, and we're getting a divorce. Wow. She gave you a text message, you know? That's kind of the way to do it. In a selfish way. You know? Do you know I know somebody who did that? I knew somebody who was in a fucking relationship forever. And I guess they just didn't know how to get out of it. So here's an option for people out there, men and women. And sir, this has nothing to do with you. This just reminded me of this. So this fucking guy, his woman went on a cruise or went on some sort of wine tasting thing or whatever. And I guess he knew that she was going on this trip. So before she left, he already found another apartment, signed a lease, and all that type of shit. So she leaves. I mean, she was leaving for like 2-3 days. He had another buddy of mine went over there. They packed up all his shit and fucking moved it out to this new place. And then, you know, he just lived in that place until the day she was coming back. He came back to the apartment. She comes home and immediately sees half the shit is gone. And he just dropped the bomb like that and said, listen, you know, we need to talk. I'm not fucking happy. And when I tell you this fucking woman flipped the fuck out, flipped the fuck out, like went absolutely fucking ballistic. And and I always wanted to ask her why. What was it that made you flip out? Would you have flipped out less? Because she didn't even go into the surprise of what? Oh my God, crying, went immediately to anger. And I think it was because he was already out. And there wasn't going to be any sort of closure / I can torture you and be a total cunt to you. Like, he sidestepped all of that and just made this clean ass fucking break. You know, Dennis Miller, that's the news, and I am out of here. That's what I thought when he did it, and I don't know why I always smile when I think, because that's the thing, you know, if you're going to break up with a woman, you just know. I mean, I never had to break up with a girl I was living with. I can't imagine that fucking hell. And this person, I mean, that's one way to do it. So if you are stuck in a relationship and you don't know how to fucking bring it up, you just don't know how to do it, that's one way to do it. Because when they come home and you're sitting there but all your shit isn't there, that's the conversation has begun. Fuck. Anyways. So, getting back to this poor bastard. He goes, her rationale was that she always hated me. Oh, my God. Forget the 8 instances of cheating, 3 post-marriage that I tolerated just because is as good of a reason for her to leave as any. Wait a minute. Back up here. Wait a minute, dude. She cheated on you 8 fucking times? 5 times before you got married? I mean, dude, what? Come on, man. You didn't see this coming? All right, I'm going to save judgment here. He said, forget about the 8 instances of cheating, 3 post-marriages that I tolerated. Then he writes in quote, just because is as good of reason for her to leave as any. Here's where you pummel me. But she was at my mom's bedside with my mom and I when my mom died. Okay. I didn't realize. Dude, you didn't write this well. I didn't realize to her that was nothing but her way in. I didn't realize that to her. I don't know. That she went to that was her way into your life? In my grief, I didn't notice she went full Andy Dufresne, just chipping away at my sense of self so she would fuck around. So when she would fuck around, I thought, well, no person in the world will hang on to me, so this is better than being alone. Fuck it. Oh, dude, come on, man. She and I had been together for 9 years, married 3. My problem is that as a 26-year-old, birthday was yesterday, none of my friends can relate, and my 1,000-yard stare, can relate. And my 1,000-yard stare at the bar just seems to be harsh. Seems to harsh their hipster PBR buzz. Dude, this is the most difficult fucking thing I've ever tried to read. Dude, you're only 26 years old. Get the fuck out of this thing. Go to the gym. Is that your problem? Huh? You got a little dough around the fucking middle? That's it, dude. Read up on nutrition. Get some fucking self-esteem, man. This is ridiculous. This fucking cunt, you know why she hated you? She's probably, one of the reasons she hates you is because you're not sticking up for yourself. This fucking, oh, dude. You know what? I'm not going to yell at you. You've already been through the fucking ringer with this one. I'm sorry you ran into something like this. I'm sorry. I don't know who the fuck your male role model was when you were growing up. Didn't build you up more, but they obviously didn't fucking raise you right, and now you got to do it. Okay? You got to build yourself up, man. You can't fucking have something like this going on. You're like William H. Macy and fucking Boogie Nights. You can eventually fucking shoot her in the driveway, fucking your friends, and then go blow your own brains out. You don't want to be that guy. Fuck this woman. Because I've tried to get back out there with some people I know, but when they tell their stories from college, all I think is, I wonder if John McCain gets this mad when people his age tell stories about Woodstock. All right, now where do we make the leap there? What, they're pussy stories? And you're pissed because you missed out on that? I'm optimistic as, for the most part, my life is much better. My friends think I'm exaggerating because they saw us together, and my response is that people saw Elizabeth Smart out in public too, and she wasn't fine either. What the hell do I do? The last time I was single, texting didn't exist. I couldn't drink legally. I lived with my parents. You got the point 3 examples ago, but I keep typing. I thought maybe as a comic, when you started going on the road and didn't know people everywhere, it may have been a similar vibe. Yeah, dude, like you're starting from ground zero. You're totally beat down. You're 26 years old talking about like you're 50. You know? You're fine. All right? Wait, so you were there for fucking, what did you say, 8 or 9 years? Let's do the math here. Text my wife, blah, 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 blah. 8 instances. Oh, so you were there for 9 years. So you got together with this girl when you were 17. So you were a baby. All right, I get it. And you stayed with this girl and you never cheated on her. She cheated on you. And all those years of college when you should have got your game together, how to talk to women, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, dude, that's you can make up ground real quickly here. You're only 26 years old. You just got to get yourself out there. Now, I mean, I wouldn't suggest just going out to bars. Look, if you want to fuck a woman, go out to a bar. Do that. If you want to meet somebody nice, then I would definitely look elsewhere. Do you have any hobbies? Do you like sports? I would join some sort of fucking, I don't know what the fuck is the word. What's the word when they let guys and women play together? You know, I joined some shit like that. Take a fucking cooking class. Just something, you know, something where the good girls go to. You know? But, you know, if you just want to go out and get laid, who gives a fuck? What you got to do is you got to get over getting rejected. Just go out to a bar and just talk some shit. You know? Don't go out and get plastered and use that as your fucking courage. Just go out there and just talk some shit. You know? And just go out there and just say, all right, I'm gonna say what's up to 10 different women tonight. All right? Or if that's too overwhelming, make it 5 or 4. All right? No less than 4. All right? All right? With no pressure on the results. Just go out there and just fucking strike up a conversation, see how long you can keep it going, and just, you know, whatever. You're going to be nervous. You're going to give a fuck. But with each one, you're going to give a shit less. And the less you give a fuck, the more relaxed you're going to be, the funnier you're going to be, the more you're going to attract them. It's literally when you give a fuck. When you give a fuck, you're scaring them away. When you care, you know, you'll be fine, all right? But it's you got to grow up and stop embracing this fucking this depressive shit, because it's also going to make you an angry cunt, and you're going to fucking hate women, and you're going to push your friends away, and you end up being alone, all right? Unfortunately, you wasted 9 years of your life with some cunt, and you got fucking married, okay? But it wasn't a waste, because now you know what you don't want, all right? So that's it. But for the love of God, do not get into another goddamn relationship. You got to make a pact with yourself. You're not going to go from a 9-year one, 3-year marriage to fucking jumping into something else. You got to stay single and figure out what the fuck you want. You might not want it. You might want to like not even go out to fucking bars for a while. You know? Just go to the gym. Hit it like a fucking madman. You know? And fucking figure out what you're looking for, and then where it should be, and then go in that direction. Do that, all right? Not everybody's going to be the guy who goes out and bangs a fucking 100 women. Who gives a fuck? All right? At the end of it, if you find fucking love and you find the person you're supposed to be with, you won. Okay? So, whatever. There's my fucking 2 cents. Did I say the F word enough? All right. Dutch girlfriend turns out to be a hooker. Oh, man. I feel bad for you, but I don't feel bad for you. Provided you didn't get an STD and you didn't knock her up. Oh, Jesus. All right. Let's put on some latex and wade into this one, everybody. Dear Bill, I live in the Netherlands. I've been casually seeing this girl for a few months. Her family is rich. She's a pro fashion model and looks like Bridget Bardot. I've heard that name, but I can't picture the face. But with a name like that, right? She's got to be all stuck up, huh? With her fucking perfect genes. Anyways, yesterday she told me that for the past few months she's been working as a whore. How fucked up am I that I actually find that sexy on some level? High class on account of her looks and profession. 2,000 euros for 3 hours, 10,000 euros for 24 hours. Oh my God. Oh my God. Some guy slobbered all over you for 10,000 hours. How quickly did you have to break up with this girl? I shouldn't make fun of this. This is terrible. Why is she tapping out? She's taking the easy way out here. You're already a model. Everybody's rich. Is she getting written out of the will? She's freaking out. Like, what do I do? I've been rich my whole life. No, I'm not going to be. I'll suck it. Well, why don't I read? When I continue reading here. The usual clientele is rich corporate assholes and idiots who save up and think paying ludicrous amounts of money will get them a better orgasm. I have absolutely no interest in seeing this girl anymore. She's not going to be the mother of my children. Yeah, no, she's not. Yet she's only told 4 other people. If I split after her telling me this secret, she'll feel like a piece of trash and view me like some Puritan asswipe. My real reason for running away is you can't ask her to quit, and if she does, she'll only resent you for it and be at risk of relapsing any time. I got to get out. How do I do it? Well, what you have to do is stop being concerned about her feelings. What about your feelings? What about the fact that this woman is fucking around on you? What about the fact that she could give you an STD? What about the fact that a relationship is built on trust and she has this giant fucking secret, arguably the biggest fucking secret you could have? You know? I'm not judging anybody in this fucking story, because I've been you and I've been the whore. I'm just saying, if I'm the whore, I expect it to get fucking dumped. You know? There's plenty of man whores out there. You know? That's what happens. Yeah, dude. No, you got to stop thinking about, like, it's weird. Like, this is what you have to do. You have to get over you have to be selfish in a fucking relationship to end up getting what you want in life. All right? And you have to have parameters, and, you know, to use the cliche, you know, to make an omelet, you got to break some eggs. That's basically what you got to do. And this is not your fault. I don't know what happened to her that made her choose this horrific fucking profession, but it's not your fault, and it's not your job to fix it. And you said it in your last 2 sentences. I got to get out. How do I do it? So I guess your second to last sentence, you said it. I got to get out. So you don't have to be mean about it. You just have to say, listen, that's just a unbelievable piece of information you just gave me that you were keeping from me, and Jesus Christ, you got to use the cliche, you know, relationships built on trust. You know, I'm not judging you. I wish you weren't. I mean, you know what? There's a part of her that might want is probably. I don't even tell you this because you might run to this because it's easier, but, like, you know, I don't know. This is what I would do. I would break up with her and then also try to get her help to get her out of it. That's what I would do. And by getting her help, I would give her information where she can go. She needs to handle this on her own because you have feelings for her and you know that this isn't the mother of your kids. And if you just keep hanging around with her, you're going to get sucked back into it again. And now you have to trust somebody who lied to you at that fucking level. And that is just a fucking train wreck waiting to happen. All right, dude? I would go get myself tested for everything under the fucking sun. And that's it. That's it. And if she cries, I mean, that's part of it. And she brought it on herself. It's not your fault. All right? And I'm not trying to be mean or whatever. I mean, I don't know what happened to her that made her do that type of shit, but that's not your fault, okay? So why don't you go out there, find a great girl who isn't a whore on the side, and go live your dreams, all right? And you know what? You're going to dump her, and it's going to hurt for a little while. Even though you knew it was the right thing to do, it's still supposed to hurt because you're a human being. You just got to push through that. Go to the gym, right? Have a couple of belts at the bar, but just stay in it. Stay in that pain, and you wait till that pain's gone, and then you fucking go out and try to find somebody else. In the meantime, you rub one out. All right. All right, advice. Bill, since you've given great advice on relationships in the past, I'm wondering if you can do it for me. I've been with this girl, this lady of mine for years, and we're planning on getting married. Oh, Jesus. We're both only 20 years old. I'm a college dropout since I'm certainly a more blue-collar individual. She is going to college to work with children. We both work full-time jobs, mine being the night shift in a warehouse selecting orders to go to individual stores, stressful and physically challenging. Hers being a phone answering day job from 8 to 5, working with customers in a graphic design shop, boring and easy. Okay. He's defined his job as stressful and physically challenging, and her job is boring and easy. Never underestimate how tedious a boring job can be. I'd rather do your job, walking around breaking balls. Look at his fucking shirt, dude. Fucking queer. Drive by on the fucking forklift, right? You guys start a softball league. You have a great time. Rather than sitting there having your ass fall asleep in a cubicle, listening to people bitch because they can't figure out how to work their set it and forget it. Grass is always greener, my friend. Why don't I shut my fucking pie hole and read the rest of this? All right. Since we started dating, she seemed to do everything to keep me interested. Make me breakfast in the mornings on some days, go to concerts with me when she didn't necessarily like the music. The whole works. But I've noticed that she's without question just been lacking in the care department. She just sits and watches TV every night and eats and complains about gaining weight. I come home in the morning to do the dirty dishes that piled up in the sink from her having friends over while I'm at work for the night, and get yelled at for not cleaning them when I saw them sitting there, but I had no part in making them dirty. Dude, what the fuck? You can't have that. She leaves clothes laying around every room in the house, and that's not even how she is with me. She has seemed to develop some kind of self-righteousness where everything that she... Yeah, dude, I really got to proofread these people. So many spelling mistakes. She has seemed to develop some kind of self-righteousness where everything that she says throughout the day should be my main concern, and I should go out of my way to make her life easier. I do her college homework. I take care of the $2,000 dog I bought for her. I work on her car when she nearly runs the damn wheels off the thing, and I do chores for her family she volunteers me for. Dude, she has your balls in a little, that little engagement ring you bought her? If you bought her, yeah, your balls are in there too. The next part is the icing on the cake. She goes as far as to dictate what time I have to go to bed and wake up in the morning. Evenings, since I work at nights. What I can and can't spend money on, who I can hang out with, what days I can see friends, and require me to call her every time I arrive at work and text her in the middle of the night when I get off work and I request her to do nothing outside of what she does on her day-to-day routine. To sum all that up, I feel like she's forcing me into a cookie mold guy when I actually let her make her own decisions like some strange thing called an adult. All right, I'm going to stop right here, dude, because this is just going to be more fucking misery. All right. This is what I've said this before on the podcast. You have to, I don't give a fuck how good the woman is that you're with. You really have to be careful because all this shit you see on TV where women are just constantly, there's all this fucking information out there about how guys are assholes to women. There's just reams of it. And there needs to be because guys are assholes to women. So women, I think, are more aware. Or at least they should be more aware because they got all these fucking goddamn shows with either from 1 to 4 twats sitting around bitching about guys and all the shit that we do. But there's no show on TV where you have 4 guys just sitting around a coffee table, drinking some hot cocoa with some pillows and wearing sweaters and their favorite shoes, talking about, not losing yourself in a relationship. That's what you've done here. All this shit that she's doing is your fault. Okay? And what's great about being a guy is you can blame the victim, which is why we're better problem solvers. All right? This is your fault.
This is all on you. You don't like any of this shit. You have to sit down and talk to her. Okay? You're not required to call her. You can go to bed when you fucking want to go to bed. And you can just sit there and tell her, you did those dishes, you clean it up. Okay? Now here's the point. This is the key with broads. This is what you got to do. You can't be mean. There's no reason to be mean here. There's no reason to yell. There's no reason to be angry. Okay? All three of those things is what she wants you to do. Because she knows, she's going to know she's fucking wrong. If you made the dishes dirty and every day you're telling me to clean them up, you treat me like I'm fucking Alice on the goddamn Brady Bunch. Everybody knows that that's fucking wrong. So what women do when they're fucking wrong is they try to make the argument about something else. All right? So she's going to do that anyways. So, but you're going to make it easy if you're angry and you yell at her and you call her fucking names. So what you got to do is you got to keep your fucking cool. That's what you got to do. Keep your fucking cool and say, listen, I worked all night. I don't think it's fair that you tell me to come home and I have to do these dishes when you made these dishes dirty yourself. I don't think it's fair to me to come home in the morning and have a sink full of dirty dishes that not only you and your friends made dirty. That's unacceptable to me that you want me to wash those. That's unacceptable. I'm not doing it. You have to wash those. I'll wash my dirty dishes. I'm not doing that. All right? And then let her flip out. Let her pout. Let her slam the fucking cabinets. Let her not fuck you. Just don't back down. Rub one out. Who gives a fuck? It's just an urge. You've already banged her. You're not missing anything. Who gives a fuck? But don't get angry. All right? And then just do to her what she did to you. Just reclaim that territory. You're not doing that. You're not doing that anymore. All right? Start with the fucking dishes. And then start with this, and you know, you can actually tag that argument. And just say, now that we're on this topic of discussing things, I'm going to go to bed when I want to go to bed. It makes me feel like a child when you're telling me when to go to bed. I know when to go to bed. All right, now that I've aired 2 complaints, how about you give me a couple of, you got anything you want to say to me? And just stay cool. Then when she hits you with some shit, if you don't like it, tell her, I was going to say to go fuck herself, I don't know, whatever. You know what? Fuck that last advice. Just go with the dishes thing first. It's unacceptable. That's it. If you bring up something else, then it looks like you have all this resentful shit, and then she'll try and spin it like, well, if you're feeling all this, why didn't you fucking say anything? Because you're a cunt. That's what's going to happen, and then you're going to lose the argument, and then next thing you know, to make up for it, you're not going to be getting any pussy from her, and you're going to be doing a whole sink full of fucking dishes that you didn't dirty. All right. Moving on. But, sir, you have all the power there. Just keep your fucking cool. Friend's unholy wedding. Oh, dude, I was doing so great on this fucking podcast. I don't know. It's somewhere I lost the fucking momentum. I lost my mojo when I was talking about why I laugh, at people with the fucking crutches falling down a flight of stairs. I don't know why I got into that. Friend's unholy wedding. Bill, I got a problem that I don't think I can go to my friends with. A friend of mine is getting married. I've been good friends with the guy since we were 5 years old. We are now 23. He's getting married about a year from now. He has selected me to be the groomsman. All right, I'm guessing either you fucked his wife, future wife, or she's banged, 70 people or is fucking around on him. That's what I'm guessing. Or she's into the devil. One or the other. This has to be why this is an unholy wedding. All right, he's getting married about a year from now. Good, you got time. He is selected. Sorry, Nia just was calling in. She's going to kill me. She's calling from another fucking country, and I just shut it off because I got to finish this fucking podcast. You're putting the podcast ahead of me? Yes. He's getting married about a year from now. He has selected me to be a groomsman. This means I have to pay for a flight to attend the wedding. Furthermore, his bachelor party is being... You cheap motherfucker. This is what it's going to be about money? All right. I fucking hate... Oh, hang on a second. The lovely Nia, everybody. Nia. Hey, listen, I'm doing the podcast. Can I call you right back?
Oh, okay.
Say hello to the podcast listeners.
Hi, podcast listeners.
Tally ho. I'll talk to you later. See that? She had a fucking hard day, and I'm not there for her. What a piece of shit. All right, let's get back to tightwad here. And I have to buy a tuxedo, you know? Or rent one. This means I have to pay for a flight to attend the wedding. Furthermore, his bachelor party is being held in Las Vegas, and I would also have to pay for this flight as well as other expenses of a bachelor party. Normally, this wouldn't be an issue. I'm a college student, and saving the approximately $1,000 this would cost would be stressful, but it would be worth it to see one of my greatest friends get married. Okay, so you're not a cheap fuck. You're just having money problems. However, my friend has often lied to and cheated on his fiancée. Oh! I didn't see that one coming. Why didn't I guess that? There you go. There's a whole new fucking... Jesus. I'm not judging him. I disapprove of how he treats her. This guy's actually a good shit, and I actually called him a piece of... Whatever. I judged you on your first couple of sentences. What are you going to do? He goes, I disapprove of how he treats her, but I don't get myself involved. He sleeps around and hides from her the fact that he smokes pot and drinks heavily on a daily basis. I don't know how she hasn't noticed. She's probably because she's a sweetheart. Sweethearts always end up with fucking dicks like this. She's never smoked or cheated, as far as you know. I don't understand why he doesn't find a different relationship, but again, I don't get myself involved. The problem is I can't imagine this marriage will last very long, and I don't want to pay $1,000 for a sham marriage at a time when $1,000 is like the lottery to me. I'm actually offended that he's asked me to do all of this for the wedding and thus spend all this money. I could not imagine asking any of my friends to throw away that much money on something I didn't give a fuck about. Should I decline to attend the wedding? Any advice would be appreciated. I don't know if I can go to our other friends with this one. All right, as always, there's a million different ways you can play this. There's 2 options. 3 options. All right, 1, you just fucking bite your tongue and you just go to the goddamn wedding. And think that, all right, even though it's going to fucking blow up, maybe he'll learn something from it, and then, you know, by the time he's 30, he'll grow up and you guys can actually be friends again. 2, you fucking... Did I say there was 3? I already forgot the other one. So there's only going to be 2 here. Why do you guys listen to this? You know why? Because it makes you feel better, doesn't it? It should. Good. I feel like I'm serving a purpose now. Just sit the guy down and be like, dude, can I ask you a question? Yeah, sure, man. Yeah, what's up? What the fuck are you doing? What do you mean? What am I doing? I mean, why are you getting married? Because I love her. Where is this going?